Hey guys, happy Halloween and welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time with us, we do reaction videos and that's pretty much it. Well, actually that's not true because today is not a reaction. I'm gonna call it a revisit because I have seen this movie or short. It's The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown before. I was a child. I haven't seen it since I was in 5th grade at the absolute latest because I think I remember seeing it in 5th grade. But I don't know if it was this one. It may have been the Christmas one or something. I've seen all three, the Christmas, the Halloween, and the Thanksgiving one when I was a kid. I have not seen them in a very, very long time, so I think the best thing to do is call this a revisit. I figure on this channel, I'll do reactions. I'll do some revisits where I revisit a film that I've seen once a long time ago that I haven't, that I don't really remember, but I don't really feel like it's fair to call it a reaction. It's probably fair to call this a reaction because I have like no recollection of this, although I am familiar with the characters, obviously, and the concept of Halloween, and Thanksgiving. So I kind of have an idea of what I'm getting into, and I'm not going in completely blind. So I don't feel like it's fair to call it a reaction, so thus revisit. But I figure I'll do like 3 videos. I'll do reactions mostly, revisits occasionally, and reviews of movies that I have seen that I'm very familiar with. I'll do, I don't know, once or twice a month or something. If you're interested in that, I might just do it just for my own sake to kind of get more practice in with recording videos. And I'm actually extremely curious as to what it'll be like commenting on a video, on a film that I'm very familiar with, because one of the things that's lacking in the reaction sort of side of things is that I don't have time to analyze it. I don't have, like, by the time I realize what I'm seeing, the scene's already passed or the movie's already over. A lot of times, like, I'll have thoughts later that I'd like to have said, or I'll put something together later. So that sort of thing has already happened with movies that I'm super familiar with, and it would be interesting to me to see how watching, like, Die Hard with you guys and the things that I decide to quote-unquote react to while watching that may be more interesting, more in-depth, or maybe it's going to be the same sort of surface level sort of reaction and I don't have anything more to say. I doubt it, but who knows. So I want to try that, kind of see how it goes. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get into it. I'll put a little time code at the beginning of the video to jump to the reaction or the revisit. Anyway, it's The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, released in 1966. Let's see how it goes. Oh, the animation style and the music already kills me. Memories. Linus and Lucy. I played this in high school band. I'm shaking the microphone by tapping my foot. Very cute. Go around the fence. Oh, he did. I miss jazz and children's media, Sesame Street, the whole PBS era. I don't know, do they still do that? I don't really watch modern kids shows, but it doesn't feel like they do. Snoopy! Where's Woodstock? Is he in the tree? There he is, the man himself. Charles M. Brown.
Thanks, old pal. Peculiar thing about this document, it was never notarized. Who are you writing to, Linus? This is the time of year
So
to
the
write
Great
to the Great Pumpkin.
Brings presents.
On Halloween night, the Great Pumpkin rises out of his pumpkin patch and flies through the air with this bag of toys for all the children. You must be crazy. When are you going to stop believing in something that isn't true?
I forgot about Snoopy's laugh. It's so weird.
Not again! Writing a letter to a stupid pumpkin? You make me the laughing stock of the neighborhood. All they talk about is my little brother, who always writes to the Great Pumpkin. You better cut it out right now or I'll pound you. Is the invitation to Violet's party, Charlie Brown? Yes,
first time I've ever been invited to a party.
Oh.
Charlie Brown, if you got an invitation, it was a mistake. There were 2 lists, Charlie Brown. One to invite and one not to invite.
Oh,
You
Charlie.
must have been put on the wrong list.
So mean.
A person should always choose a costume which is in direct contrast to her own personality. All you have to do is walk up to a house, ring the doorbell, and say tricks or treats. Are
Tricks
you
or
sure
treats.
it's legal? Of course it's legal.
I had a little trouble with the scissors.
They'll never guess
Hey.
it's me under here.
Pig pen, right?
Hello, Pigpen. Glad
Yes.
you could make it. How did you know it was me? What in the world kind of costume is that?
He's a World War I flying ace.
Now I've heard everything. All right, everybody, we'll go trick-or-treating, and then over to Violet's for the big Halloween party.
I like that they're just leaving him in the ghost costume full of holes. I thought they were gonna fix it. I love the background paintings. I wonder if anyone has those background paintings
Hey,
framed
you
in
come
on
to
their
sing
wall.
Pumpkin
I'd like it.
carols? You blockhead, you're gonna miss all
Pumpkin
the fun,
carols.
just
I wanna hear
like
one of those.
last year. Don't talk like that. The Great Pumpkin knows which kids have been good and which kids have been bad. You'll be sorry. Oh, good grief. He'll come here because I have the most sincere pumpkin patch and he respects sincerity. Do you really think he'll come? Tonight the Great Pumpkin rises out of the pumpkin patch. He flies through the air and brings toys to all the children of the world. That's a good story. You don't believe the story of the Great Pumpkin? I thought little girls
I love their
always
frowning
believed everything that
faces.
was told to them. I thought little girls were innocent and trusting. Welcome to the 20th century. All right, once and for all, are you coming or are you
Feminism
staying?
in
We can't
1966.
waste all night. He's got to pick this one. He's got to. I don't see how a pumpkin patch can be more sincere than this one. You can look all around and there's not a sign of hypocrisy. Nothing but sincerity as far as the eye can see.
It's a good frame.
Trick or treat!
What a character.
Can I have an extra piece of candy for my stupid brother? He couldn't come with us because he's sitting in a pumpkin patch, waiting for the Great Pumpkin. It's so embarrassing to have to ask for something extra for that blockhead Linus.
Look like he got
I
a
got
rock.
5 pieces of candy. I got a chocolate bar. I got a quarter.
I got a rock.
He did get a rock.
Climbing into the cockpit of a Sopwith camel.
Is this doghouse always orange? The sounds he makes. I swore like Woodstock made those sounds. Where is Woodstock?
Here's the World War I flying ace, imagining he's down behind enemy lines, making his way across the French countryside.
This music reminds me of the Jungle Book. The original animated one.
Has the Great Pumpkin been by? You think you're so smart. Just wait until the Great Pumpkin comes. He'll be here. You can bet on that. Linus knows what he's talking about. Linus knows what he's doing. Right, where is he? He'll be here. Charlie Brown, you'll have to model for us.
Me? You want me to model?
Sure, Charlie Brown, you'll be the perfect model. Turn him around. If we shape the eyes like this, and the nose like this, and the mouth like this. Yes, that's the way.
That's very funny. This is right.
Thank you, Charlie Brown. You were a perfect model. here to see him. What's that? What's that? I hear the great pumpkin. There he is! There he is! It's the great pumpkin! He's rising up out of the pumpkin patch. What happened? Did I faint? What did he leave us? Did he leave us any toys? I was wrong! I spent the whole night waiting for the great pumpkin when I could have been out for tricks or treats. What a fool I was. Trick or treats come only once a year. And I miss it by sitting in a pumpkin patch with a blockhead. You owe me restitution! You heard about Fury and a woman scorned, haven't you?
Yes, I guess I have.
Well, that's nothing compared to the fury of a woman who has been cheated out of tricks or treats. Oh, great pumpkin, where are you?
I love this reinterpretation of Linus and Lucy in the background. Serene.
Well, another Halloween has come and gone.
Yes, Charlie Brown.
I don't understand it. I went trick-or-treating and all I got...
There you have it. That was It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, from 1966. Surprisingly, very little Charlie Brown in that one. I'm not sure if that's how it always is, if he's kind of like this cursory character and all the other ones sort of take the forefront, or if that just happened to be more of a story for... Was it Linus? I already forgot if that's who that was or not. I surprisingly didn't remember essentially any of that. Just the mood, the aesthetic, the characters. Like, I remember some of the characters. But overall, that was very much... Might as well have been a first-time viewing. It was great. The writing was incredible. It was very funny, actually. I mean, I know things like that were sort of written for children and adults to kind of get something out of it. There was a lot of like political and social commentary, which I love, is hilarious. And I know stuff like that was always, like, children's content typically has been done that way over the years, but only in recent years does it seem to have been directed a lot more towards just being children's content. When I was growing up in the 90s, all the stuff I watched had adult themes. That sounds wrong, but adult writing that they could grasp onto while watching with their kids or whatever. Because I watch it today, I revisit things that I watched when I was a young child, and it's still very funny. And it's not just, and it's, I mean, I find it funny because it's well written and it's well done, but also there's stuff in there I never got before. But yeah, growing up with like Mr. Rogers, Sesame Street, this kind of stuff, it feels like home. It feels like childhood, and this is something that you can watch forever. I don't think it will ever go out of style. It's already been 50 some years since it's come out, and it's still top-notch, and I don't really have much else to say about it. It was great. I'm really looking forward to checking out the other ones. I'm going to be watching the Thanksgiving one and the Christmas one on those holidays. I'll release those edits. If you have any other suggestions for children's animations that I should watch, or just children's media, it doesn't have to be animations, just anything made for children or family sort of content that I should check out that is either underrated or overlooked or super iconic, but you want to see if I've seen it, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Always looking for interesting things to check out. If you have anything else from like this sort of era, or like the PBS sort of thing, like Schoolhouse Rock, that type of stuff, I love that kind of thing. So if you got that, let me know in the comments, and I'll try and find it, and I'll try and check it out if I can. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you want to see more like this, subscribe, and leave a comment below to let me know what else you want to see, because I'm always looking for ideas and just getting started on this channel. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.